Hello students, this is your first chapter for revision from civics and your first chapter is the Indian Constitution. Let's have a quick recap of this chapter. Our first topic is what is a constitution. So society has some fundamental rules that makes it what it is and differentiate it from other societies. In large society where people of different communities live together, the rules are made through consensus. So these rules are usually available in written form. So you can say a written document which contains the fundamental rule is called as constitution. Next topic, why does a country need a constitution? What are the reasons that a country need a constitution? So first reason, the constitution serve several purposes. So what are the purposes? It lays down certain ideals that all citizens believe the country should uphold. For example, Nepal moves from a monarchy to a democracy because previous constitution does not reflect the ideal of the country that the citizen want Nepal to be. So they urge for a democratic country. Secondly, it defines the nature of country's political system. For example, as India adopted democracy, we choose our leaders who exercise power responsibly on our behalf. So we choose our representative in elections and form a government. Those who form a government, this representative together form a government. Constitution lays down rules that guard against misuse of authority by our political leaders. So the constitution set down rules where this authority cannot misuse their power as a political leader. So already we are having three sections, that is legislature, executive and judiciary. So they are having their own power to work on individually, but again there are certain limitations that is set by the constitution. So they cannot misuse their power as the political leaders. So constitution contain rules that prevent inter-community domination and intra-community domination. So here the communities are also looked after, that we will learn in the question answers. Inter-communities and intra-communities, what is it? Constitutions contain some provisions as its basis structure which are not easily changed. It does not allow for the easy overthrow of provisions that guarantee rights of citizens and protect their freedom. So any rules cannot be easily changed, but on other hand, if it violates any individual's rights, then it could be changed. So the constitution guarantees the rights of the citizen and protect their freedom also. Indian Constitution. After independence from British rule, India decided that free India should be democracy. In order to establish democratic government and the rules that would determine its functioning, the Constitution was The Constituent Assembly was formed in 1946 to write Indian Constitution or India's Constitution. At the time when the Constitution was being written, India was facing difficult situation. Now what are the situations they were facing when they were writing up the Constitution? For instance, the partition of the country into India and Pakistan. Some princely states who were in the rule were in dilemma regarding their future, and the poor socio-economic condition of large number of people were the critical issues while they were writing the constitution. The members of Constituent Assembly, keeping their issues in mind, prepared a visionary document that reflects a respect for maintaining diversity while preserving national unity and concern for the socio-economic reforms. So they were giving the freedom to the each and individual people of the country as India was considered as the country of diversity. Many religious and caste people used to live in our country. So they has to be looked after. Their right has to be looked after. So they gone through all these issues, keeping that issues in mind. So they prepared a visionary document. So that reflects their respect of each and every diversity by preserving the national unity and the concern for socio-economic reforms. Baba Saheb Ambedkar is known as the father of the Indian Constitution, as he has drafted the Indian Constitution. Indian Constitution has been amended over the years to reflect new concern of the polity, how it would be ruled in future. The key features of the Indian Constitution. First one, you can see federalism. Second, parliamentary form of government, separation of powers. Third, fourth one is fundamental rights and directive principles, and the fifth one is secularism. So there are 5 key features of Indian Constitution. So the first, federalism. Under federalism, 3 level of government would be available, like on central level, on state level, and the third one is Panchayati Raj, or you can call it as local self-government. So there are 3 level of government to govern the whole country. Now Constitution contains list that detail the issues that each government can make law on. So they are having a particular list where each of the government can make a law. Governments at all levels draw their authority from the constitutions. So the power or the authority from where all the government gets, all level of government gets, they get from it constitution. All people in the country governed by laws made by these government. So the people has to follow the laws which are made in these governments. That is compulsory to follow by each and every citizen of that particular country. Now parliamentary form of government. Indian Constitution guarantees universal adult suffrage. They adopted the universal adult suffrage. It means that people elect their representative directly and also contest in the elections. Every individual who is above 18, irrespective of their caste, religion and backgrounds, they are having the right to vote and they are having right to choose their representative in the election. The elected representative are accountable to the people. It means they are answerable. Whatever rules and regulations they are setting up or the working of the government, it is not, if they are not working properly, then they are answerable to the people. Separation of powers. 3 organs of governments are legislature who makes law, executive which implements the law, judiciary, system of court. The constitution states that each organ should exercise different power. So these 3 organs are having their individual power. This ensures check and balance of power between all 3. So it could be easy to check all the powers what they are having, whether they are misusing it or not. It could be checked out. So legislature's part is to make only the law, then it is implemented by the executive, then this laws was being looked after by the judiciary, whether it is violated or not. If it is violated, then judiciary could give away the punishment. So there could be a perfect balance in between these 3 organs. Fundamental rights and directive principles. The section of fundamental rights referred to as the consciences of the Indian Constitution. It protects citizen against the state as well as other individual. So there are certain rights to the people, those who are living in the particular states. The constitution also guarantees rights of minorities against the majority, because as in India there are many religion, but in majority the Hindu are considered as the majority religion. So it also guarantees the rights should be given to the minorities. Whatever the rights are got by the majority. So they are not discriminating. So that guarantee is given by the constitution. Now the fundamental rights included. So this is guaranteed by the fundamental rights. Now what fundamental rights get by the individual? Right to equality. Everyone is equal before law, whether they are belonging from any of the religion, gender, caste or race. Right to freedom. They are free. And right to against exploitation. They should not be exploited. Mainly the children under 14 years, they are having right to get education and all. They should not be exploited by the labor work they are doing. Right to freedom of religion. The person can choose any of the religion as per his choice. There is no restrictions or they are not forced to choose any of the religion or to follow the religion. Culture and educational rights, that is also given to follow their culture, to follow the education, means to open up the educational institution as per their religion, like madrasa already we have talked about under Muslims. Right to constitutional remedies. So these are all rights which are being provided and which guarantees the right of the minorities. Constitution also has a section called Directive Principle of State Policies. Now it ensures socio-economic reforms and serve as a guide. Last key feature of the Indian Constitution is secularism. It means that state does not promote any one religion as the state religion. So every religion gets the importance, like as I said, Hinduism, if they are considered as a state religion, so they will start dominating on the minority. So here the state does not promote any of the one religion as a state religion. So here our exercise start topic wise. The first topic is what is a constitution. Why are the rules required the games in the games? So each of these rules help define the game and help us distinguish one game from another. There are fundamental to the game or constitutive rules of the game. What do you understand by the term constitutive rules? It refers to the state of having the power or authority to form or establish something. In large society, the constitutive rules are formulated through consensus. Define constitution: a written document which contains the rule of government of a sovereign state. Governing a sovereign state. Why does a country need a constitution? First one, ideal of a nation where we plan to live. Explains fundamental nature of society. Set rules and principles agreed by all people. Fourth, explains the nature of country's political system. Now give one word. A goal or a principle in its most excellent or perfect form, that is constitution. Why was there a people struggle in 1990 in Nepal? Because the constitution adopted in 1990 reflects that the authority rested with the king. It means the Nepal was following the monarchy system. Name the king who took over as the head of government in Nepal in February 2005. So that was King Gyanendra. In April 2006, the king restored the third parliament and asked the political parties to form a government. Nepal was a monarchy. Why do the people of Nepal want a new constitution? Because the new constitution would guarantee them democracy for the time to come. Give reason. The people of Nepal are in the process of writing a new constitution for the country, because by moving from a monarchy to democratic government needs to change all its constitutive rules in order to usher in a new society. Define polity: countries that have adopted a democratic form of government. 10th one, the constitution plays a crucial role in laying out guidelines that govern decision making within their society. 11th one, there is a possibility that political leader might misuse their authority. 12th one, the constitution provides safeguard against misuse of authority by our political leaders. 13th one, what is the right to equality in context of Indian Constitution? It says that no citizen can be discriminated against on the basis of grounds of religion, race, caste, gender and place of birth. What is meant by tyranny of the majority? A situation in which a group of people are treated unfairly because their situation is different from the situation of most of the people in democratic country. How are the rights and interests of the minority protected in democratic society? The constitution usually contains rules that ensure that minorities are not excluded from anything that is routinely available to the majority. Differentiate between inter-community domination and intra-community domination. Inter-community domination is the domination of one community over the other, while intra-community domination is the domination of one section of community over the other section of the same community. Now we need a constitution to save us from ourselves. Explain the statement by giving an example. We might at times feel strongly about an issue that might go against our interest, and the constitution helps us guard against this. Here example, it is possible that many people may think politics in India become too bitter and we should be ruled by a dictator. However, a good and a strong constitution will have no scope for a dictator to rule or run the country. Complete the sentence. A good constitution does not allow for the easy overthrow of provisions that guarantee rights of citizens and protect their freedom. So the next part of exercise we will continue with the second part of the video. Till then stay tuned. Thank you.